So guys, why is this the right time for Pacquiao and Spence to get it on? The reason why this is the right time for Pacquiao and Spence to get it on, because we've got a young lion in Spence who people think could be the next big thing in world boxing. And we've got an old man in Pacquiao who's a legend, who's one of the greatest fighters ever. And we want to see whether the young man is able to dethrone the king in Pacquiao. And is it going to be a passing off the torch? Or is it going to be the old guy schools the younger guy, which shouldn't really happen. A young champion should always beat an older champion, you know, if he's that good. And, you know, Errol Spence would probably be the favourite in the fight. But after yesterday's performance, even though it was excellent, I still look at Manny Pacquiao and I think, you know what, he could cause Errol Spence a lot of trouble, if not even beat him on what I saw. Because let's not forget, Manny Pacquiao shut out Adrian Broner when they fought. So he's obviously still got it. Yeah, people say there's slippage, but I think Pacquiao's still very, very dangerous. And he still has what it takes to beat anyone in the welterweight division and cause these guys hell. I think Pacquiao probably wants a Spence fight because he looks at Spence and looks at he's probably the best welterweight out there, and he feels that his skills match up well against Spence and he can beat Errol Spence. It's a fight that I would like to see because it's a massive fight. It would be a huge money fight for both. Both of them would get paid a lot of money. Errol Spence having a dig at Pacquiao, saying that, you know, he'd love to give Pacquiao his retirement check for Pacquiao to go into retirement. But I think it's a great time for the fight to happen. I think let's see how good Errol Spence is. Is Errol Spence, is it the passing off the torch? Is Errol Spence going to show he's the real deal? Also, it will definitely strengthen up Errol Spence's resume further. He obviously beat Mikey Garcia, so that definitely improved his CV. Although he fought a 135-pounder, it's, you know, Mikey Garcia is one of the best fighters in the world. So for Errol Spence to get a victory over him, you know, it's definitely you know, a great name to have on his CV, and to get Pacquiao on his CV as well, you know, that would definitely improve Errol Spence's resume. And then, you know, if he can beat Pacquiao, it definitely look good. But if he loses to Pacquiao, then all of a sudden, really, everything that Errol Spence has done gets undone very quickly, because he would have lost to a 40-year-old man who would be a lot smaller than him. So, you know, there's a lot of risk in that fight, because, again, Errol Spence will be going into a fight where he's not got a lot to gain apart from money, which obviously to these fighters is a big thing, you know, because, you know, they've got a short career and they want to make as much money as possible. So, of course, Pacquiao brings the most money, in my opinion, for Errol Spence. So, of course, he would want that fight. However, from a career point of view, it comes at a big risk, because if Errol Spence was to lose to Manny Pacquiao, it would be, in my opinion, catastrophic for him, because people would say, you've just lost to a 40-year-old man. You're a young champion. You should be beating a guy that's 40, irrespective of how good Pacquiao is and a legend. We saw that with Klitschko and Joshua. Even though Joshua beat Klitschko, right, in an epic fight, people were like, well, you know, Klitschko was passed over the hill, 42 years of age, and he gave Joshua a very hard fight. You know, and Joshua got criticized even for that, even though Joshua was green and he put in a great performance. He showed one of the great heart and he came back. However, when you're a great young champion, you're expected to beat a great old champion. And especially when someone like Errol Spence is a lot bigger than Pacquiao as well. You know, at heavyweight, it just takes one punch. You know, because those guys are so big. Here, if Pacquiao's going to win, he's probably going to outclass or outbox Errol Spence. But what Errol Spence has shown, that he's a very good boxer as well. So that might not be that easy to do. But Pacquiao's a different kettle of fish, because Pacquiao's work rate is a lot. And his blood, like Errol Spence said himself, it's all blood, sweat and guts with Pacquiao. He's not going to not throw punches. Pacquiao's going to throw punches. You know, you never see Pacquiao not throwing. Even against Mayweather, he tried. He just wasn't landing. However, with Spence, I don't think Spence defensively is as good as Mayweather. I think Pacquiao, although Spence defensively is very good, he's not very easy to hit clean. However, I still think Pacquiao with his speed will catch Spence. It's just whether, you know, Spence will be able to break Pacquiao down, which he probably will. You know, it'll be very interesting to see how that fight develops. It's gonna you know, it'll be a very interesting fight. I think it'll be a lot more competitive than the Garcia Spence fight, which was a terrible fight. I think Pacquiao Spence is an epic fight, if I'm honest. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. I think this is the right time for both of these guys to fight. You've got an old champion fighting the young champion. Is it the passing of the torch, or will the old man continue to hold the mantle and the torch? Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.